Hey everyone, it's Pete here, and I wanted to make a video tonight. I'm actually working on something with a script I'm about to publish, so I'll publish it with this video. I showed in my last video going over some tips, tricks, and my best practices. This motion sensor door. So actually, we need to go to play mode. I'll just show you what it looks like. Um, we're gonna use this script and kind of repurpose it. This looks so cool. We're going to try and repurpose it and make a bridge right here, okay? And my idea, I already placed some of the pieces down here. My idea is that as you walk up to this, the pieces will like come up and build the bridge as you walk. So I just wanted to bring you all in, give you a chance to kind of watch what I'm doing. I haven't done it yet, so I'm literally going to have to think it all up as we go. But I'll kind of talk about my thought process on how I'm doing all this and everything like that. So this prefab that I just saved is basically this brain with these 6 doors. I'm going to bring it over here. Okay. And we're going to actually get rid of these doors here in a second, but um, oh, we don't want to select the ground. I'm gonna move all this over. So really what we actually want is the brains, kind of copying the brains. I don't normally do a lot of copying, but bringing in a prefab that tends to already work typically doesn't cause too many issues. Um, all right, so what I'm going to do first is I just learned something that I didn't know. I learned it like yesterday or the day before that I thought was pretty handy. I'll show you right now. I just need to first, I'm going to determine which one of these is going to be my master brain so that I don't lose track of it. So basically, the only reason I'm naming it that, if you look at the brain here, I have these global events right here that we're going to have all the brains be using, and we have all of our declarations. This brain right now can work with up to 6 area monitors, just so we didn't get too much going on in one brain. So that said, we're gonna basically, with the second prefab, we're duplicating this brain, but I'm gonna remove this section out of it because I don't actually need it for what we're doing. Everything's global that we need to access from those other brains essentially. So you'll kind of see as I do that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you this cool thing that I learned. So if you come here into or actually select an object that you want, which I'm going to start at this bottom corner here. Then you go into your brain. And what I've got right now is I've got these Spartan doors hooked up to area monitors. I want to change that. So if you go into the properties on this node, notice how in the folders menu, it's already got that Forerunner hex pillar that I just selected set up right here. All I have to do is click it, and I just changed the object reference. The really cool thing about that, and again, I didn't know this till a couple days ago, is everything's still plugged in. So I didn't have to like delete this and rerun all the pins to all the right places. Makes it super convenient. So we're actually going to go down and do this to all of these for now in this brain. So all 6 of these. And we'll just do the first 6. Oh crap, we're moving. Didn't want to do that. It's because I'm messing around with I'm switching between mouse and keyboard. Okay, so I just moved my piece into the middle of all these other pieces, which is really annoying. And I'm out of bounds if I go down in there. Here, what we can do for a second, let's just turn these or actually, let's look at what it was named in our graph. I didn't memorize it. So it's 16 by 8, number 10 right here. So I can go into the menu, and it should actually be this one. So if you're on controller, you can select it by hitting X. I think you click the little box here on PC, and there we go. I've got my snap at 2 right now. The other thing is I can't really see anything with this stupid light on, so I'm gonna turn the boundary off for a sec. And I'm gonna just turn on magnets so it'll put it right back where I want. Okay, I think we're good. So I guess as you do that little trick I mentioned, just be careful not to have things selected and start moving them as soon as you come out of the node graph. Okay, so I need to turn the boundary back on, back to our cylinder. And I don't know why it's not showing the correct numbers, because that's wrong. Like this one, we have top is 70, radius is 10. It's probably, oh, it was a glitch on the menu. Okay, so it's back where we want it. So we've got this one connected in. Let's just do the next one. This is number 8. We'll just keep note of that in case we need it. So come down here. Number 8. Boom, we're in. I'm gonna deselect so I don't move it again. We'll grab the next one. Number 5. The nice thing is these don't have to be in any particular order. We're just getting them plugged in. They all have their own separate area monitor that they're going off of. Okay, this one right here. I don't know if anyone else out there does hybrid of keyboard and mouse and controller in Forge, but I'm one of those weird people that does. I love the mouse for the node graph. It's so much easier to navigate, but I just play Halo on controller, so that's why I'm jumping back and forth. So, all right, at the beginning of in my last video going over tips, tricks, best practices, I kind of did a whole overview of what this node graph does in the prefab, but just because there's probably going to be people who didn't watch the other video, I'll just give you a quick explanation. Each of these Forerunner hex pillars is going to have the area monitor, which was that shaft of light that we saw coming up. We're basically, when someone walks into that, we run this door open function. If someone walks out of that, we run the door close function. And what the door open function is doing is it's getting its start position, which actually we're at the start of the game, we're going through all of these objects and we're saving their start position in a variable so that we can access that exact point later. The reason I went that route is we were having issues that, like, if you walked in and out of the area monitor really quick with someone else kind of walking in and out of it, it would make the door go like up, 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 like past where it should have been. So if we use that exact point, we can just do our math, say, okay, we want to take that exact point, go up 11, which in this case for the doors, and then we're always going to go to the correct point upward. And then when we reset it back, it goes down to its, oh, wait. Oh, it's over here now. Start position right there. So that's basically what happens. We have a check in here where we loop through all the objects in the area monitor to make sure that there's not another human in there, because we don't want the floor to or the door to go away or shut if there's another human. The cool thing is that's already built in for our bridge we're making. So technically, if another person's on the bridge in that area monitor, it's not going to just disappear out from under them when I walk away, for example. So we've got all of our hex pillars plugged in. The first thing I'm going to do, and this is a good thing to do when you're scripting, let's see if these first 6 work before I go through all the tedious time of making other copies of the script brain, plugging all the stuff in, and then if I check it and it doesn't work, then there's like so much more going on that I have to look through to try and figure out what's not working. So we're going to get these first 6 working. The other thing I'll mention here is our initial value. I put the number variable up here. It's changing this right here, but I wanted it to be easier for people who are just jumping in and using the script from the prefab. So in this case, the door is 11 units high. We actually are going to go a much further distance here. So the easiest way that I could figure out to, do these things is basically you come in here into your object properties. It's up near the top. We have our vertical Z position. So I actually put it purposefully 450.5 because that was 50 down from where I want it to actually come up to up here at the top. It just made it a nice easy round number that I could remember. So now if I go back into my graph, what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to raise only 11 because it would just raise like a little bit from where it's already at down there, I'm going to change this to 50. And when we run this here in a minute, we're going to hope that it actually comes up to 50 and works the way we expect it to. So the cool thing is all we did so far is change out the object references and change this to 50. And I'm going to run this because I think this should work. And let's just cross our fingers. Oh, actually, before we run it, let me make sure I was in this brain, right? That's our one with 50. Yep. So we're no longer using these. So I'm just going to delete them, get them out of the way. And then I like to always find a kind of unique spot on my maps to put the brains so I know where to get to them. So I'm just going to leave it right here for now because I know it's on one of those pillars. This brain isn't really, it's not doing anything with our other scripts right now. And since there's 2 global functions right now, or global events, these are exactly the same as the other ones, so it doesn't really matter which one the game picks to run through. It's going to do the same thing regardless, and so we're not going to have a problem. But since I said earlier that I was going to delete these, let's just go ahead and delete them. That way we know we're not going to have any issues. And everything hopefully will compile and run properly. Yep, so we have a node graph built successfully. That's what we wanted. All right. And that one's still working properly. You notice we removed those custom events, but it's still working properly. All right, here's our moment of truth. Okay, so one thing I noticed is we need to change the timing because we can walk out here. And I might actually want to make the radius a little bit bigger because it's a little scary walking up to the edge right before this comes up. So let's check the timing here. Actually, I think the timing was set pretty quickly. Yeah, we can try and make that smaller. I don't know if making it smaller will. Sometimes the speed on these move translates. Um, you kind of just have to work with how it works. But yeah, let's see if making this an even smaller number will get them up quicker. The alternative would be that we maybe move the distance of those objects up further so that it doesn't have as far to travel, just to get it to feel right. You'll learn that often with scripting and Forge, you just gotta keep messing with it till it feels right. Where am I? Over here, I guess. Let's see, just checking the timing real quick. It seems like it's working fine. So let's make the area monitors bigger on all of these. Oh, what is going on here? Is that just a visual glitch? Well, our pieces are not where I wanted them. Well, so we can't see, so let's turn this off for a second. I think that's the right spot. Turn this one off. I don't know, maybe I just set them in the wrong spot, and from my perspective it looked like it was the right spot. I don't know. We've got this one that's in the wrong spot. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna move all the ones that are not where we want them kind of away so that we can get these ones right where we want them. And being in space right here makes these like an optical illusion. Like you think you're lining it up perfectly and you're like 20 feet off. See, like right now, I think that works. Okay. All of our pieces are where we want them, right? From every angle. Looks like it. Okay, some of these we're gonna have to turn the boundary back on. And then let's leave and come back. Okay, so our radius right now is 10. Let's just double that because it'll just feel like what we need. We're gonna have a lot of overlap here, which is actually what we want because we want to be able to walk kind of far from it and have it come up quickly so that we don't. Did I pass boundary? Yeah, it's because it's turned off. We want it to come up quickly for us and be ready right when we're ready to step on it. So let's do 20 here. And welcome to the tedious part of Forge and scripting when you have to update a bunch of numbers really back to back. There we go. 20. 20 there. And the reason I doubled it instead of just going like a little bit bigger was because I don't want to have to like change this again if 20 works, but if like I went 15 on the radius, there's a chance it might not have felt right, and then I would have to come and change them all again. So I just kind of went a little bigger. The other thing we can do, just for the sake of time, I'm going to select all of these and just get rid of them. I'm just going to move the spawn points over by where we're working so that we don't have to walk across every time. Okay, these, is this the only? Do we not have any respawns on this map? That's kind of weird. I don't think I deleted them. I guess we're gonna set some respawns. Oh, I passed it. Player spawning. Let's go there. Do a respawn. Here, okay. I like doing scripts for the first time on these like clean, brand new maps so that I don't have to deal with weird stuff that could be happening in a map maybe that I'm working on, causing issues with my script. Because if it works on a clean map and you bring it in and it's not working, then you kind of can more easily narrow things down. Okay, so I'm walking into it's kind of weird, the area monitor, I think it's working okay. It's not quite as fluid as I would like, but maybe it's just because maybe I need to make these initial ones, or maybe I just need to make the radius like 30. Let's try that, and then we'll move on to the next brain. So it's still small enough that, you know, I'll get into the middle and I'll have these end ones falling off. What's that sound? I don't know. Okay, let's go 30 on all of these. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. And it's popping up fast enough that if I'm just walking quickly, it's still going to come up under my feet. So we've got a good game plan here for these first 6, and let's count how many more we have. We have, can't really see very well the lighting, but it looks like we have 6 more plus 3, so we have 9 more. We've got our next brain right here. Let me just double check. I think we deleted everything out of that so far. So I'm gonna move this, I don't know, over here, I guess. Just put it next to our other one. And then we need to select the ones we want. So we'll just start with this first one. Let's click that. Cool, we got that one set up. And our next one, just get all of these set up. Got 2 more. Ah, it did that stupid thing again. I'm gonna turn the boundary off on this one. Yep, looks like we got it back to where we wanted it. Let's change the radius to 30 while we're here. Crap, I don't remember. I guess I was doing this one, right? Oh, I got this one moved too. Yeah, it's the right spot. $30 and $70. Okay. Well, I warned us not to do that, and I did it multiple more times. This one we need to go 30. don't think we brought this one into the graph yet. Should be our last one. Okay. Unselect those so that we're not moving them again. And then keep in mind, we brought this one into the graph. We don't have all this other stuff, so we don't have to change the height because the height's coming from the first graph, the master graph we made. This one does have its own on-game start because it needs to loop through the objects, and since we're not connected in the other graph, we don't have these object references, so we just needed to keep it here. But everything looks good here, so let's just run this. I'm thinking as long as I set everything right, we should be able to run almost the whole way across. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do a leap of faith, see what happens. Yeah, it came up right under us. That's so cool. Okay, let's just do that last line. So I'm going to bring in one more prefab. Okay, let's ungroup it. Let's go ahead and prep our brain real quick. We get rid of these. And for right now, we only need 3 more, but we have 6 set up. There's nothing wrong with just, well, because we have an area monitor connected, I guess we probably do need to just get rid of the 3 that we're not using. I was gonna say we could just keep it, but we'd have to probably set up other objects if we wanted it to kind of work right. But we'll just get rid of it. We can make another prefab later if we decide we need more. And I think we're good on all the connections here. So we don't even actually need this other list, but we'll just delete it so it's not there. Okay. All right, so we're all set up. I'm gonna bring it over to this pillar, I guess. And then let's just select these last few. Man, this little trick of just changing the reference is amazing. I hate that I just moved this. Okay, I think it's back to where it needs to be. Put this to 30. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, deselect so I don't ruin it. The weird thing is that's you're coming out of the node graph and it has it in like the movement setting or like movement mode. So like if you even move your joystick on your controller, it's just moving it. Did it just do it again? It's probably just because I keep switching. This is so weird. It's like I locked it somehow into that movement mode. Okay, magnets are so helpful sometimes. Okay, we've got that. Let's see if it's saved. Okay, so we just have this last one. Thanks for bearing with me with all these weird issues I'm running into. And, oh my goodness. I don't know how I fall for that every single time. Okay. Change that to 30. So we've got everything hooked up now. We've got the radius set up for our area monitors. I think we are good to go. Like this should just be combine object list. Oh, okay. Yeah, we deleted that other object list and left the combine. So it's bringing in an error. So we can just delete this combine, run this list straight into for each object node. That should fix it. Cool. So, moment of truth. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to turn off global log for a second so we don't have it on our screen while oh, it's on there anyway. I need to change it in this other settings. All right. Just run straight across. Super cool. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you kind of got an idea for how some of these scripts that I'm putting out, you can use them for a different purpose. Just plug some different things in, kind of tweak them to fit your specific needs, and just have fun with it. I guess it's not quite big enough. Ooh, what's going on here? Did I not turn that area monitor back on? Well, the area monitor looks like it's on. Cylinder. I wonder if, did I not get this? Oh, it's in the different graph. This is 08. Should be the second graph. Let's look real quick. I wonder if somehow I connected the wrong one. 08 times, oh wait, that's 2. 13. Oh, we have two 13s. That's the problem right there. Okay, let's fix that. I think that'll fix it. Oh. Okay, well, thought I was going to end the video, but let's just test this one more time. It looks like it's working. I wonder if we could make that time to come up to the top just a little bit shorter and see if it looks even smoother. When you start getting really, really low times, sometimes doesn't work out the way you planned it, but let's try 0.02. Oh, let's change it on this one as well. Oh yeah, it is. I think that's a little more smooth because we have it coming up a really long distance, but it still works. Okay. Well, there you have it. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the videos. If you want to subscribe, if you're not already, that's cool. Because I'm going to try and keep all the videos coming. But I hope you all have a wonderful day and take care.